Hey Gemini, come on in. Let's do your energy forecast looking at the week ahead, shall we? We're currently looking at the week of April 23rd through to the 29th. My name is Lee Shanks, aka Intuitive Lee. And yeah, I like to come on once a week here, do these energy forecasts for the individual zodiac signs. And right now we're working on the sign of Gemini. First deck I'm using is the Wild Offering by Tasha Silver. This card is going to give us our overarching energy for your week ahead. So what have we got for Gemini? You alone are enough. Being enough. The innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow, more deserving. You, yes you, are love. Simple as that. I love that saying, Gemini. And hey, I get it. I actually bought myself a beautiful little necklace. It's got a medallion on it that says, you alone are enough. As a reminder that I am. Just as my perfectly imperfect little self sitting in front of you is showing you, I am enough just this way. I'm showing up for you as I am. I'm not waiting for perfection. You guys can, hear my dogs and my kids and my family carrying on in the background, the crashing and all that. I drop the cards. I screw up my words. I don't re-record. It is what it is. I want to show up just as I am. And that means not waiting for perfection, or I would never be here. This is the same for you, Gemini. It's not about waiting for perfection. Showing up as you are, where you are right now. All right. You alone are enough. Make that your mantra this week, Gemini. Where are we starting off with? Yeah, look at this. The gorilla for inner peace. This is that peace that comes from deep within. This isn't peace that's granted to us from other people, other situations, occurrences around us. It means that no matter what's going around us externally, we're tapping into that inner peace and allowing ourselves to just sort of float in that bath of calmness, that sea of calmness that maybe is not reflected in our outer world, but we get to allow ourselves the space and grace to feel it, right? It is always there, always available to us, no matter what else is going on. And I mean, thank God for the energy of last week and knowing about the inner peace, or I'd have lost my shit on somebody, I'm telling you. It truly was a chaotic week, what with the eclipse and the new moon and Gene Key's numbers up in the air, all talking about chaos. And I was seeing it at every turn. And I just had to remember just this exactly, just to breathe, be calm, find that inner peace. Don't get caught up in that external chaos. It doesn't serve us, right? Where are we going for the middle of the week for you? We're looking at the fruit bat, the flying fox, and it's all about kindness. I would suggest that you are more able to express yourself from a place of kindness when you've been able to find that peace within. No matter what's going on. Listen, the world is a crazy, crazy place. There's a lot of crazy people. There's a lot of crazy things going on. But we don't have to get caught up in that energy, right? In fact, if we do get caught up, we're just then contributing to that energy. We're just adding to it. Why would we want to do that? I would suggest we don't. So it's much better for us to go inward, find that inner peace, find and tap into that inner clarity, that inner wisdom that guides us forward, no matter what's going on in the world around us. Because if we add that sense of peace and love to the collective energy, then it's going to calm down some of that external chaos that we see around us. And isn't that what we'd like to do? Just calm the world down already. It's like a hot mess right now. And we can't get caught up in it. You can't. You're not doing any good by just getting caught up in that cray-cray around us, right? Allow yourself to touch that peace within and then reach out to the world in kindness, not in judgment, not in wishful thinking, not in expressing power over something or someone or a situation. It is doing it from a place of love and then reaching out to the rest of the world in kindness. All right, Gemini, how are we wrapping up this week for you? We are doing things in moderation, okay? We are not trying to take it all in and fill up that silver platter with wonderful things and nothing but the good. That's not how life works. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Things in moderation. For you, Gemini, I feel like this is you being asked to, yes, dip your toes into the deep end. Absolutely. Allow yourself to get a little bit wet here. but don't go diving in just yet. You don't know, where the bottom is. You can't see it. You need to be just allowing yourself that taste, that dip without a full exposure. Because for me this week, the reason for doing things in moderation, not because that's a healthy way to do things, although it is, it's more about if you do it in moderation, you're not going to be suddenly finding yourself surrounded and buried by the shit you don't want, right? So if you go all in, I kind of feel like you're going to find yourself buried in shit this week. So don't. Go in a little bit at a time. And when you feel like the water's getting too hot, too cold, too or not enough of or whatever, you're not liking this, you're not so far invested, you're not so much in it that there's not time to turn around and come back. There's that old saying, you're never too far down the wrong road to turn around and start over. That's you this week, Gemini. Allow yourself just to sort of take a stroll down that road slowly in moderation instead of racing through to try to get to the end of it. That's not the goal this week. All right. If you'd like to know more, because this is a general reading, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but if you want to know more for you specifically, reach out. I'm available at intuitivelyspiritualmedium.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, you can always tune in next week by follow, share, subscribe, and you'll be able to be notified every time I come on here to do these energy forecasts. Do leave me a note in the chat below. Let me know if this is resonating with you and whether or not you're enjoying these readings. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of your week ahead. Blessed be, Gemini, and we will see you next week.